I think in the chemicals industry, specifically what I could see from the outside and coming from other process industry, was especially that we are very much also dependent on global supply chains, not only on the delivery side towards the customer and outbound, but also inbound regarding our supplies. Now, how also to diversify that supply range, and of course, like in a setting like the current couple of months. Yeah, I mean, currencies are going topsy-turvy, supply and demand are getting out of whack. There are multi-usages of certain chemical ingredients, which go into our industry and our industrial production on the one hand, but also cater to a multiplicity of other industries or other applications in the chemical sphere. And all of a sudden, we find ourselves that pricing and costing is becoming, so it's not exactly a lottery, but it's becoming a very multi-point negotiation all around it. And if I speak to also other chemical CEOs, whether in Europe or in India, everybody's kind of concerned about this whole game playing out. So I think supply security and how to make a good purchasing strategy is at least as important as your whole commercial and customer strategy, especially in the chemical or other process industries which process raw materials.
Do you think that point that you said there about a secure supply chain is the thing that people outside of the sector probably misunderstand more about a resilient chemical business than anything else?
Well, I think the chemical, like a lot of these basic industries, which are everywhere in our daily lives, but we don't see and touch and feel them, right?
Hmm.
It is whether it's chemicals, it's basic materials, whether it's cement or other kind of adhesives or whatever it is. I think it is not so easy for um, general public to understand where all it is in, and secondly, how the value chain of especially organic chemistry comes in, and why a petrochemical shock in supply demand relations is so affecting the chemical value chain of organic chemistry. People see, of course, the gas prices, the petroleum prices at the gas pump, which is one part of it. Yeah, but the whole thing, like everything which is plastics, everything which is adhesives, everything which is basically any kind of oil-based organic chemistries, C4, C6, C8 chemistries, all these are basically not as well known, right? And I mean, I'm seeing with a little bit of worry that chemistry as a school subject is also not gaining
Yeah,
in
popularity.
reputation. Actually, it is kind of decreasing, right? As far
Mm.
as I see modern curricula, especially around in and around Europe, I would say that all the basic things like chemistry, physics, biology should be even more pronounced, like whatever we call the MINT or the STEM cases. But I don't unfortunately see much of that. So I think it is something also maybe we as chemical industry have also been quite happy about, that it is not so profoundly prominent. But now that supply chains are kind of in disarray, we see that how many facets this all has, far reaching into a lot of things, right?